Hi everybody, I'm Patrick Dockery. In my life, I have worn many hats and tasted many flavors. As I travel the world, I explore the finest cities in search for culture, history, and great food. Along the way, I get to meet today's most interesting celebrities, focusing on the positive side of life, allowing them to share their causes, charities, and what truly fascinates them. We cook and dine with some of the finest chefs of our time, preparing healthy and delicious meals in some of the hottest restaurants. Also, we showcase the latest, most creative, and hippest trends of beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. I pursue my passion for health and fitness and acquire some of the most innovative wellness strategies. And now, I want to share this all with you. So come along on this amazing journey, and together we will experience a world of health, beauty, and life. On this week's episode of Health Beauty Life, we head to the world famous and finger-licking good Salt Lick BBQ, where we meet owner and chef Scott Roberts. Come along as we go behind the scenes and see how this family-owned barbecue serves almost 700,000 guests a year. And of course, we get to taste what makes this meat lover's paradise one of the best in the business. Then we're off to Dandy's, the gentleman's store, where one young couple are bringing the styles from the early 20th century back into fashion in Austin, Texas. Next, we head to Las Vegas, where she is breaking all the rules in what was once a man's world in their take on the modern-day steakhouse. Lastly, we take flight in the evening sky over Las Vegas in one of Maverick's state-of-the-art helicopters for an unforgettable night. But first, let's head to the Salt Lick BBQ. Everything is big in Texas. That's an understatement when speaking about the Salt Lick BBQ. A short drive out of Austin, you will find the world-famous Salt Lick Restaurant and Winery. Their slogan, barbecue like no other, can't be more true, and visitors are quickly welcomed by the sweet, savory smell of the now infamous barbecue pit. Well, hello everybody. Today we're here in Driftwood, Texas at the Salt Lick with Scott.
Yeah.
Scott,
Yes.
This is your family's place.
Yeah, my mother and father and I started it back in 1967, and the majority of them came from the southeast between 1850 and 1880.
Yeah, that's a big deal, you told me. That's like being on the Mayflower in Texas.
Yeah, on the original 300, or old 300 is what I think they call it. Well, these pits are the way that his family cooked when they were coming to Texas. What they would do is in the wagons, they'd stop at some place and they'd put rocks up. They'd build a big fire, and they'd put their grill on top of the rocks.
Okay.
Then this is an integral part. If these weren't here, the barbecue wouldn't taste the same. And it's this barbecue sauce has no tomatoes, it's high sugar, high acid, and when we put it on the meats like you see here, the heat caramelizes it and it changes the color from right like that to like the ones that over there are ready to deal.
Well, let's get back there and take a look.
What we do is here we season the meats and we put them in here and we turn the heat up as high as these will get.
Okay.
And basically what it does is it sears the outside and the edges and causes the seasonings, the peppers and the salt to adhere to the outside of the meat.
Okay. And then you cook them on the low heat.
When they reach this stage, when we go into my father's stage, which is chilling, and we take them into blast chillers and chill them down real quick. So, you know, as I told you earlier that ours is, my father found out our barbecues are more like chili. They taste better the second time. So this is the unit that chills them. So I bring them in here. Here's our ribs. They just, like we were showing, and this is where they come to next, and then they're chilled. And then the other thing that what happens is the heat, the air in here is very dry.
Okay.
So we actually encase the meats while we're going to hold them in plastic, but we don't do it to enhance the shelf life. It's just to hold the moisture in.
Well, Scott, now we're back to where we started, but this is really the finishing touch, isn't it?
Yeah, this is where those last three flavor profiles are added. The caramelization, the pecan smoke, and then that flare-up smoke. They've darkened up, as you can see, and then they put a little bit more sauce on them to keep them from drying out.
Love it. Now, I guess the next big thing is you're gonna show us how it looks, what we're looking for, and eat some of it.
Okay.
Great, let's do it.
This is a brand new brisket, and the way we cut it to begin with is we take this little piece off right here, and this is called a burn-in.
Okay, burnt in.
And then we take this over here too because it's a burn-in. Then we come back and I take this portion off right here, and this will go into chopped beef.
Okay.
Then we slice these like this.
Look at the moisture coming out of here. This is amazing. This is real Texas cooking, isn't it?
That's what I say. Without this pit, it makes us unique. Let's go try some.
All right, let's do it.
So I'm going to start you off with a little bit of what I call the Texas appetizer. These are beef ribs, okay? So you can have one of these, and we'll get started before we have the family style meal.
Okay, well, I'm going to try it like this. I'm gonna be a purist. Holy gosh.
They're good. Well, if you're finished with your appetizer, just put it in the bone bowl. Now we'll start on the meal. So this is our coleslaw.
Okay.
It's really more, like I said, everything is made fresh because they didn't have refrigeration. That's the way the recipe's balanced. It's really a vinegar and oil cabbage salad.
Okay, I'll serve myself here.
These are our beans. These are just regular pinto beans. And this is the potato salad, which is just potatoes and a little sauce and some pickled onions and salt and pepper and popped sesame seeds that my mother came up with.
Ah, yeah, Mom's Japanese influence, huh?
So we give you a little relish plate, pickles and onions, if you want that. We have our barbecue bread, and this is the original platter on a family style. We have beef brisket. They brought you the lean here. Okay. These are pork spare ribs and a beef and pork sausage. And if you want to try one,
yeah, jalapeno.
Pickled jalapenos.
Gotta have that.
Now, we pickle them ourselves.
Ooh. Let me try the pickle right off the bat. Let me see what we got here. Unbelievable. I'm gonna take some of this potato salad because I've never had potato salad like that.
Yeah, we cook our potatoes in the jacket, in the skins, and the pores are open them so the sauce goes in instead of just coating the potato. But really,
what's it? Is there some kind of like chili powder or something? Or, yeah, it's real good. This coleslaw is great, nice and light
and crunchy.
Yeah, I love it like that.
Thank you.
Wow. These are ridiculous.
I used to, when we first got started, and that pit was just a pit, and there wasn't anything around, I'd stand there and just eat spare ribs. Yeah. Like this is a spare rib. Yeah, I know. A rack of spare ribs.
I'm glad I don't live near here, because I'd have some trouble.
Mad at me because I'd eat all the ribs up and wouldn't have anybody to sell to anybody.
No, I don't blame him. And then I already had the brisket, but you know.
People ask me if I eat my own cooking, I tell them, yeah, I carry a rack of ribs and a brisket with me all the time.
Right here.
That's the ribs and that's the brisket.
That's it. That means good cooking. This brisket is just so delicious. The smoke flavor, everything. I mean, this is just a feast. And then, you know, gotta have the heat.
Well, you know, Central Texas is noted for its barbecue. And there's a lot of us, and everyone has their own style, and they're all really, really good. People ask which is the best. And the only thing I can tell you is best is a subjective term.
Yeah, right.
So if that's true, then there are 250 million best barbecue restaurants, you know? And so it's not it's best, it's what you like.
That's right, and I love this. I don't only like it, I love it. Scott, you know, I just had a little slice of heaven here in Austin, Texas, or outside Austin, Texas, that is. And this is a feast, and you can take care of anybody that comes out here because you got a big place and you know how to take care of people.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well,
a wonderful staff, too.
Oh, yeah. And thank you so much for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to
enjoy.
Stick around, we're heading to Dandy's, the gentleman's store. We're back. It's fashion from the past at Dandy's. If you're looking for something as unique as the city of Austin itself, then look no further than Dandy's, the gentleman's store. Here in this modern day haberdashery, you will meet Chris and Wendy, who in 2011 opened Dandy's doors. This one-of-a-kind store features custom, turn-of-the-century designs from an era when being a gentleman meant you dressed like one. Well, I know you guys are married, lovely couple, and this came about even after you guys were married, this whole concept.
Well, basically, Chris wanted this style suit for our wedding, and it was really, really hard to find. All the groomsmen got them, and it just took 9 months of research from all around the world, getting it done, and then it just not being exactly what we wanted it to be.
I know that, like I say, when something's not so easy to find, sometimes you have to do it yourself, right?
Exactly.
And then that's what you said. Hey, we know so much about this now. We've done so much of this work. We want to get in here and we want to make a store and have or give people the experience that we wanted, right?
Yes. So when people walk in, the first thing that they see are our custom suits that Chris and I designed. As you can see, there are numerous different details that you can choose. Every single one of these is different.
They're all real cool, too.
Thank you.
Your experience at Dandy's will take you back in time, when shopping for a suit was like finding the perfect counterpart to your personality and not just a garment you would wear. Begin your custom-tailored fitting with a 2-fingered glass of your favorite adult indulgence, and then have the finest fabrics and designs laid out before you.
Yeah, so we don't really do seasons with you know, all the wares. We just kind of carry everything year round, and you can customize that any way you like, mix it with new and modern style. So
You can make them anything they want, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
So we do custom hats as well as ready-to-wear hats. Anything from top hats to bowlers to, you know, a slouch, fedora. This is a top hat, which is just kind of a shorter style. It's not a stovepipe, which would be taller. And we can make those as well. So if you were to get a custom hat, you can customize your color of felt, which we do beaver and rabbit.
Okay.
The color of your band, and you know, like the interior of the liner.
Yeah.
The shape of the brim, the width of the brim.
Wow.
Pretty much everything.
You can really get custom on these things. That's fun for you guys, isn't it?
It is.
Dandies feature a vast array of bow ties, suspenders, hats, and trinkets galore, such as cigarette cases, flasks, watches, lighters, and the such that will suit a gentleman's fancy. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. It was an amazing experience. And thank you so much for being with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy. Next up, She by Morton. Welcome back to a whole new kind of steakhouse, She by Morton's. If you're looking for one of the hottest and sexiest places to eat on the Strip, then visit Eva Longoria's She by Morton's. This boutique steakhouse located in the Crystals Mall across from the Aria Resort features a roaring 20s atmosphere and live entertainment that becomes an experience for the senses. We were invited to meet Chef Eric Stetcher, where he prepared for us a one-of-a-kind dish. And who do we have here? Damien. Hey, Damien. You're the sous chef. So you guys work together a lot, huh?
Absolutely.
All right. So what do
We live together almost.
You live together almost. And this place has an amazing vibe. I mean, a DJ going all the time. You got people dancing. You got amazing food, amazing drinks, and beautiful people come here, huh?
We do. Basically, the concept is a she-friendly steakhouse. So we have a little bit, some of our entrees are smaller portions that are a little more enticing to the ladies.
Well, you know, Morton's has always been known as just an amazing steakhouse. So you still have the steaks, but then you have other items. Like today, we're going to do a chicken dish.
We're doing our free-range chicken chop, and what we do is, one of the things we pride ourselves on is we start off with the freshest ingredients possible. Okay, first we're going to start off with our chicken breast. Okay. It's our airline chicken breast. We start off with a hot pan, do a little olive oil blend. So basically what we're doing here is we're getting a nice sear on the chicken, nice color for our presentation purposes. And then once we're done with that, we're going to finish in the oven, and we're going to go on to our other components of the dish. So that's what you want to hear. You want to hear a nice sizzle on the pan. So we're going to pop this in the oven. Now we're going to go on to a couple other components in the dish. We do our butterscotch carrots.
Oh, wow.
Which is a carrot puree. We start off with fresh carrots. We cook them down in a little bit of water, fresh thyme, and bay leaves. We cook these down until they're soft, and then we add our butterscotch component, which is going to be a little bit of brown butter.
Ooh, yeah.
So we take whole butter in a nice hot pan.
Yeah, that's hot, all right. Woo, I love the flame.
So what we do is you take this with our softened carrots, we actually puree it with a little bit of half and half. The next component is our Brussels sprouts, and we start off with one of my favorite ingredients.
Bacon.
Applewood smoked bacon. Put that in the pan. So basically we're going to render down our bacon a little bit, get a little color on it, and then we add some Granny Smith apples.
Ooh, nice. So Damien preps everything up for you, huh?
Damien does everything around here.
No, that's good.
So we go and we get a little bit of color on our apples, and then we add our blanched Brussels sprouts. So what we do is we blanch these in salted water just to bring out the flavor. We're going to add those in. We're actually imparting the bacon flavor right into the Brussels sprouts, and then we finish it off with a little bit of crispy rosemary. Now we'll warm up our carrot puree. This is the smooth consistency you're going for.
Oh yeah.
So now we can begin plating our dish.
I like that color too. It just looks appetizing.
Start off with our carrot puree.
Our lovely Brussels sprouts. With the apples, the bacon, butter.
And then we do a little bit of crispy Brussels sprouts on top.
Okay.
And then we'll grab the chicken out of the oven.
Okay, great.
We use a high temp oven, so we do a 500-degree oven.
Okay.
So make sure it's right on top of the carrot puree. And then the last thing, we actually serve it with a little side of our chicken jus.
Looks It's good.
It is. This is our chocolate bar we have here today. These are components for our finished dish. We have a flourless chocolate cake that's covered in ganache, which is basically chocolate, a little bit of cream, and gives a nice shiny covering to it. We have a little bit of chocolate shortbread, some white chocolate plaques, which we put on the sides, fresh raspberries, a little bit of raspberry cream, which is basically a pastry cream with fresh raspberries, and a raspberry simple syrup that has a little bit of Chambord in it, which is a raspberry liqueur.
All right, the moment of truth. I get to taste you guys wonderful, incredible cooking. Here we go. I'm gonna try the chicken and the carrots first. Get a little bite here. I hate to like cut this thing up. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna do components too. That's pretty damn. Oh, you know, huh? Moist, delicious. You know the carrots make it, and it's not burnt because you know you did almost burn the butter. But you have none of the burnt flavor.
Little nutty butterscotch flavor to it.
It's amazing. Real good. And then of course, one of my favorite vegetables as well.
With bacon.
With bacon. Brussels sprout here. Oh my God. You guys are sneaking these all the time, huh?
Good.
Oh, they're real good, huh? Oh my God. Okay. All right. It's not bragging. Oh, and the crispy ones, they're the best. That's a nice touch. I'm gonna do that from now on.
Good. Stealing our secrets.
Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Appreciate the secrets, buddy. Appreciate the secrets there. All right. Now, I'm not normally in dessert, but, you know, for the sake of the show, I'm going to get it all in one, I think. Oh, my God.
Perfect finish to a meal.
More than perfect. That's sort of, that's got something going on, doesn't it?
It's good.
And it's not too heavy either. You get the chocolate, but the raspberry just explodes. And with the
full
salt,
of flavor.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. You guys are awesome.
We try.
Thanks so much. Try means fail. You succeeded. This is amazing, everybody. You got to get over here. There's stuff here for everybody, from big eaters to small eaters. People want to share. You name it, it's here. And plus, you get to get food prepared by these amazing gentlemen. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you so much, Damien. And thank you so much for being here. This is an amazing place. You got to get out here when you're in Vegas. And until next time, just remember to enjoy.
Coming up next, fly high in the night sky with Maverick's Helicopter Tours. We're back at Maverick's Helicopter Tours in Las Vegas. When you think you've experienced everything Vegas has to offer and see, it's time to fly high above and take in this desert playground in one of Maverick's luxury helicopters. We had a chance to go into the skies ourselves and take it all in for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Well, hello everybody. Today we're here in Vegas still, and we're going to go on the strip tour with Maverick Helicopters and Rick Paxione. How you doing, buddy?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm pretty excited to get in a helicopter. It's my first time.
Really? It's my first time too.
Oh, good. So we're on even ground, right? Yeah, okay. I heard you've been flying for about 20 years. Though.
20 years, yeah.
And you love it, huh?
I love it.
So what do people say when they get up there? Are they just fascinated by the beauty?
A lot of times people just mumble and blabber and they just have a good time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're in awe. They don't say a word. The entire flight, they're just enjoying the view, enjoying the sights, having a good time.
So it's gorgeous, huh?
It is. It's beautiful.
Well, I know it's dusk right now, so we're going to head out now and we're going to see some of the nice lights, huh?
And you'll see the Las Vegas Strip. We're going to have an awesome view of the how Vegas looks like.
All right, it's great. So we're actually going to just cruise right down the strip, above it?
To the side of it. We're going to fly counterclockwise around it. We can't fly directly over it.
And you probably have a lot of information that you share with us as we're going, right? You tell us about what's going on. You're like a tour guide for us as well as a pilot.
Pretty much, yes.
There's more than just the strip tour. I know we're doing that today. But you guys do other tours. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Some of the other tours that Maverick offers, we do tours to the Hoover Dam and back to Vegas. We do tours over to the Grand Canyon. We have tours where you land at the bottom of the canyon.
Wow, you actually land?
Yeah. We land to the bottom. We serve you some champagne. People get drunk, have a good time.
Wow.
Come back.
Not you though. You don't get drunk.
Yeah, I don't get drunk.
Okay, good. So you're sober. You stay sober. So when people want to get a tour, what do? They just call up Maverick?
There are several ways to do it. They can go through the internet. Usually, I believe, majority of the times, people go through the concierge through the hotel.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes people just walk up.
Well, great. Well, let's get started. We'll go over there and get weighed, get set up, get back to your chariot, huh?
Okay, great.
Right on. Thanks, Rich.
All right.
With breathtaking views of downtown Vegas and the skyline spectacle, you'll find yourself in the twilight sky as the sun sets over the West Mountains of Las Vegas. These smooth riding helicopters are like limos in the sky, offering an experience like no other. On one of these tours, you will have no choice but to enjoy. Well, all right, we made it down. Rich, our pilot, you did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was my first time, you know, as I told you. And now I feel like I can't wait to do it again.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was wonderful. So when people get here, they got to go to Maverick Helicopters.
Yep.
And experience it, because it's amazing.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy. Okay, welcome back. Thanks to all of our guests on this week's show, and till next time, just remember to enjoy. The more smiles, the better.
Yeah.
This way, you get good quality product every single time.
So do you think they'd let me do this in California? Or do you think
I don't know, man. They got a lot of restrictions over there. I wish.
I would have to put scrubbers on the top.
Hey, you know what? You could come to my house. We could do it in my backyard. I don't
do that. All right.
All right. There's no hair sticking up, nothing. I'm okay. Because sometimes I have a hair sticking up like in my back because I got out of the car and hit it. They don't tell me. They think it's funny. And then there's nothing you can do about it.